welcome to another live stream with me, JC. Okay, so over the holidays, I got this cool new like phone holder. So it's different, and I don't know. We're trying it out. It's a little bit less capable of like moving to whatever like angle and stuff that I want. So hopefully it's okay, but it has this light around my phone. So hopefully you guys can see a lot more as I'm working. So I was gone for the holidays for a whole week, but then I got sick for last week. So I'm sorry I've been gone for like 2 weeks. Let's see. This mug is drying. I don't remember. I don't remember where we were in the stream, like what we did last, but I think I showed you guys this mug. So I finished this up. It is still like not, it's not like fully dry yet, because we are slow drying it just so the handle doesn't like crack from it drying too quickly. So we're just gonna put that off to the side. And obviously, because I was not home for a week, I had to finish up all of the projects that we had in progress. Actually, let me go get the what is it? We were working on a paint palette in one of the last videos, but I had to finish it outside the videos because I was gonna be leaving and I didn't want it to be like drying while I was gone. Okay, so we're working on this acrylic paint palette. So it's different from the other ones because the other ones that I made had much smaller wells for watercolor, but acrylic paint, you want to have like more space. So this is what we ended up with. I kind of like it. I don't know. It's definitely, I was definitely not sure how this was gonna go when we were starting, because I was like, I don't know. It sounded like a good idea and now it's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. We have a little foot here, and then this is just like carved out very lightly, not very much carved out, and then I don't know, I think it would be okay. It's gonna shrink a little bit. This hasn't even been fired yet at all. It's just dried clay. It's I'd say it's like, I think it's done. I think it's about done at bone dry. So I don't know. I kind of like it. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna turn out. So I kind of like how it turned out. And then, yeah, I think we were really just finishing up those 2 projects last stream. Let me see. I think I have a list of things I want to make. I'm also like still like not 100% done with my cold, so like I think I'm okay for talking, but there might be a little bit of coughing. I'm not sure. You know what? Okay, so I have this list of things that I would like to make. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get into that craft show that I wanted. Like, I don't know if I have enough, like, stuff, like, enough cool things, like, very interesting things. The shop right now has a variety of, like, pinch pots, but, like, it's just a lot of pinch pots right now. We don't have very many, like, usable things like mugs, bowls, cups, like regular sized cups. So I think we'll just make like I think we'll do some slab building. I have all this clay here, which hopefully has not dried out too much. And we'll just kind of check on this and see what we can do with it. This is, some of this is like from the reclaim. So it's very wet. And then, the rest of it over here is kind of, it's like, maybe a tad dry. I think I'll just grab that bit. Okay, so I'm gonna roll out 2 slabs. So we're gonna have the base, and then we're gonna do a long slab and wrap it around for the walls. So let's just take like, maybe like half of this. On the bottom. I think I'd like to make like, I like a variety of cups, but I think we'll start with, I think I'm gonna do that one. I think we're gonna start with like, kind of like a taller type of tumbler. I should put on this clay. Maybe we'll like, I don't know. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I think maybe we'll roll out a couple in the stream. Because like, so we're gonna roll out the slabs, but then like, they're gonna be too wet to like work with and start trimming today. So I think we could probably like get a couple slabs done, and then they'll be, we could try and make them like the same size. So then maybe we can kind of have like a set. Possibly. I don't know. I'm not really, I don't usually work in sets. Like, I don't think like any of my stuff really is much of a set. I mean, maybe like glaze wise, it might look like it, but a lot of the stuff I have isn't shape wise. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna wedge this real quick, and then, and then I guess we'll just wedge the other chunk of clay. I'm always like overestimating like how much clay I need. So that's probably like way too much. But I would rather have like too much than like not enough. If we're gonna like sit here and like wedge it and like roll it out and all of that. It's so annoying when you do all that and then you don't like have enough. So I'm just kind of like putting this into like a ball. Kind of. I think like I already have like a couple like glaze combinations that I think are really nice. So I don't know, there's just like so much that we could do just with like cups. I feel like not even including like cool things that I'd like to do with kind of like drawing with underglaze type of stuff. Or even like different shaped cups. I'm kind of thinking right now that these will just be kind of like this, but like without the handle. and you know, just kind of like a basic cup. It's like straight, and then it has a curve at the bottom, but then maybe a little bit taller and maybe a little bit thinner than this. That's kind of just like what I'm thinking right now. Okay, so I'm gonna just like wedge this. Okay, I think we're almost done. I just kind of like guess as to like how much a lump of clay needs to be wedged. Like kind of like based off of like how much we have. And I'm just gonna like try to make this kind of like an even shape. Okay. All right. I think I've been using. I want to say I've been using 4 paint sticks. For how tall I've been making the bottoms. I like to like make sure I have enough space to like trim. So I think, let's take a look at it when we get rolled out to this size. I just hate like not having enough clay. So okay. Because you want like a good amount for like the base. And then like a portion for, I usually trim out like a well in the bottom. You can see like, I didn't make this mug, but you can see there's kind of like a ring here that's raised and then the bottom part is cut out. That's basically what I do. So I think this will be good. And then there's a little bit, it's kind of a lot, but there is a little bit of room to work with. Also, so I don't know, I think it's fine. This is like not a lot of clay. It's either I like roll out like excessively, like way too much, or we like just barely don't have enough. That's always how it goes. Okay, so let me, I should probably let me find a cup that I want to replicate. I'm so bad at like sizing like my pottery. I don't know. It always like looks like way too big or something, and then it's gonna change. But then like it changes like so much in between like when it's like, when you're making it and then it's like glazed. Okay, let me see. I think this is a fine size. So here I have a Coke glass. Yeah, I kind of like that size. Maybe even a taper. I don't know. This is why I need to like plan before we start working, because I'm just like, I take so much time to like think about what we're doing. Okay. I don't know. I was kind of thinking just like, yeah, let's just keep it simple and just do like like a normal size. We're just gonna do like what I said like earlier. We'll kind of like reference this for the height, I think mostly. Okay, so I'm just gonna scratch up the clay. Let me cut some of this off so we kind of like know where like how big the bottom is gonna be. Okay, so again, I kind of mentioned this, but okay, so our clay here, I'm not so good at like sizing, but what our clay is gonna do is, when this dries, when we're completely done with what we're making and it dries, it's gonna shrink when it gets to bone dry, and then it's gonna shrink in the bisque firing and in the glaze firing. So what we're gonna have is gonna be even like, so this is like the base, this is gonna be even like smaller. I'm kind of just guessing like how big we should make it now compared to like how it's going to turn out. And this is stoneware, so stoneware doesn't shrink quite as much as porcelain, although it does not have any grog in it. You can add grog. Let me just kind of look at this. You can add grog to your clay, or you can buy grogged clay, and that will prevent it from shrinking as much. But I don't really like grogged clay that much. I think you can get like speckles and stuff with it, which does kind of interest me, but otherwise I like how smooth the clay is without it. Okay. And if you're wondering what grog is just sorry. Grog is just clay that has been like, so you have some bone dry clay and you smash it to pieces, very like pretty fine pieces. I mean, there's all kinds of different sizes of grog that you could go with. But smash the pieces, and then it's bisque fired, and then it's reintegrated into clay. So because it's already been fired once, it already has gone through some of that shrinking process. When you use it in your clay body, it won't shrink as much because there isn't as much to shrink. I don't know if I'm just on like like sick brain. Like my brain is just like kind of mushy from like being sick. I hope that makes sense and doesn't sound too stupid. Okay. All right, so we have a relatively round ball here. Let me just kind of like, okay, so we want like an oval. That's what we want to roll it out as. I've seen people, I don't know if this is like good practice, but I have seen other hand builders just kind of like smush their clay out before they actually start rolling it out. And this like it prevents a few of the weird kind of like overlapping things that the clay will do if you just roll it out from that like ball. Okay. All right. Let me see. How should we do the walls? Maybe like too thick, two paint sticks thick. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've completely forgotten. I always forget. Okay, before I forget, I'm just going to come back to this little guy, and like before we cut it out, we're kind of supposed to compress the clay. I always forget. Okay, so we're just gonna do a bit of compressing. Okay, we'll just come back to that. All right, so let's roll this out. Oh no, we have an air bubble. It's not really, I don't feel like that's so bad. When you're slab building, it really will mess you up if you are on the wheel because of like how the wheel works. But I don't think it's not quite as bad if we're slab building. Try to fix it, but it didn't quite poke through. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I should have wedged it longer. The wedging that we did earlier is supposed to get rid of any bubbles, but I don't think I wedged it enough. I'm just gonna flip this so I can kind of like reach this area more. My goodness, we have like 3 bubbles. Okay, let's see if that gets rid of them. Okay. just gonna move this over here so we can get the end. I don't think we're gonna use the end. I think, well, I'd like it to be taller than like this. We're not gonna use some of this edge either. Okay. This is like, I wouldn't say that this is a demo because I'm not really a slab builder, but this is like not quite going as well as I like. It's fine. It's fine. Let me just, do we have bubbles over here? Okay, there's a bubble there. A little bit of an issue there. Okay, I think that's as much as we can roll it out, so I'm just gonna put these away. And now we need to compress the clay. I'm not sure like how much you're supposed to compress clay, but I just do it like a few times on each side, and just try to like make sure to get rid of a lot of these little cracky marks. And you want to go in different directions too. Okay, let's do maybe like a few more here. I don't like this little like mark there. Okay. I think we're pretty good. All right. I'm just like looking at the cup that I grabbed, and this is like not, I mean, it is like long enough for a little bit, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm just gonna okay. I don't know. I think we'll just see how much we can get out of it. It's fine. It's just a cup. It can be any size we want it to be. Okay, I'm just gonna, let me see, kind of maximize how much we can cut off of here. And then we'll just kind of see how much height we can get there. Let me just get this ruler so we have like a nice right angle here. I'm just hoping this is like long enough. I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be really close. I don't know, and I thought that was like too much clay too. I mean, we could roll this thinner, but I like to have a little bit of room to trim the sides if that is needed. So okay, so I'm just kind of try to line this up. There's a bit of a crack up here, so I kind of want to avoid that. We're just gonna maximize whatever like we have here. Most likely we're going to have to trim the top a little bit. Because like, I don't know, even though I use this like right angle triangle, like it's not always like a perfect like right angle. So let me just like put some water on this before I forget, and just kind of like smush it together. Okay. I'm gonna put some water on these two. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at this again. Let's just like do some more compressing, because I forgot to do that earlier. We really want to make sure this is compressed, because if it's not, we're gonna get a crack, and we don't want a crack in the bottom of our cup. So okay, maybe just like a little bit more on the side. Okay. Hopefully that's fine. All right. Okay, I think that's decent. It's a little, I think it's getting a little on the small side. I don't know. Let's just see what we have here. Okay, that's actually pretty tall. Let me see. Let me just kind of like try and get the walls lined up. It's actually like not far off, but I don't know. I think it's like kind of thin. Maybe we should like, I normally place it on top, but maybe we should kind of like wrap it around so the cup can be even wider. Oh wow, that's like almost like a perfect fit actually. Is it too wide though? Let me think. It's kind of wide. I think I'm fine with, let's actually, let's make this a little bit smaller and do that, like go around the sides. Just like, I don't know, a tiny bit. Okay, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Let me like kind of fix this up. We like scratched it to heck. Okay, I'm just putting water on it and smushing that clay around. Okay. And then we actually want to scratch up this side instead. Okay. And let me just kind of like, I'm just gonna like chop off a little bit of this. And let's just kind of like see where we are with the side. Okay, still need to chop out a little bit more. Okay, still a bit more. I don't want to like do like too much and then have to like connect it back on there. I don't know. Okay, let me just like, I don't know, cut down the side like this. This work? Okay, I think that works. It's kind of like curving inwards. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. So we're just gonna scratch up the kind of like the bottom of this, where it's gonna line up with the foot. And we're gonna add a little bit of water. Just dab some water on there. Okay, so we scratched up the sides of this, and now we're actually going to attach it. So let's just start from one side, just kind of like smushing it in to place. Now it looks like we still have like too much. Let me scratch the side of this before I forget. Okay, and we do need to scratch like this side too. Just kind of like rough it up a bit. And at least one side should have like some water or slip. Okay, and now I'm just gonna smush it together. And this is pretty crucial. We want to make sure that any of these like connection points are like fully integrated. So like we don't want the clay to be kind of like budding like this. We want it to like integrate with both sides, kind of like sort of like this. Kind of like interlocking, because otherwise we could get some cracks later on, either when it's drying or possibly in the bisque firing. So we just want to make sure that our attachment points, even here where we attach the wall to the foot, we want to kind of like press and like wiggle that around and just kind of like make sure the clay is like well integrated with both pieces of clay. Okay. And then we kind of want it to like go on the inside too. Just kind of smush it around a little. This looks like, I don't know, it looks kind of weird, but hopefully it's gonna be fine. It's kind of like, I don't know, I always feel weird when I'm like trying to like Frankenstein bits together. I'm gonna try to get into that like this area down here and just kind of like smush it together. Yeah, and then normally in the like on the inside where the wall meets the foot, I like to put some clay there just to kind of like just kind of like round out that bottom area. I'm just kind of like pushing this together because this shape is like, I don't know what it's doing. It's like larger and then it kind of like dips here. So I don't know. At the top, I'm just kind of like pushing it together. Okay, so let's just grab some of this clay thing. Just enough. I don't know. I'm just gonna like roll this together and then I think a coil will be fine. Maybe like that much, I think. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a decent sized cup, but I'm kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be really small. I don't know. I haven't really made cups very much. Okay. So I'm just gonna like scratch up some of this. Okay, that's not really working as well as I'd like. This looks so like it looks so bad. I swear it's gonna like look not it's gonna look a lot nicer like later. I don't know. I feel like hand building always like it always looks really bad for like a period of time, but like you just need to like get through like the building process and then like when you start carving it into shape, you can do a lot just like kind of touching it up. So this looks like it looks like really bad right now, but I think I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. Once we're like actually kind of closing in towards the end of like making this. I just feel like this is like the typical like artists don't like it when you look at their stuff before it's done because it looks really bad until it's like pretty close to being done, and then it's just like everything just kind of like falls in line. Sorry, I'm gonna try I'm gonna try like do this so you guys can see. I really don't know, like the camera's like almost behind me. It kind of is behind me. So I'm just gonna try to do this where you can see it, but I'm sorry if I kind of like forget to do that. So I really just want to like just kind of like smush this into that corner area. Wow, this looks like really bad. Please don't judge me too harshly based off of what is happening at the moment. Oh, by the way, so, exclusive announcement for anybody watching this, like in real time or obviously like close to when I'm gonna like post this video to YouTube. I have finally released a shop update on my website, at Callie. Wait, okay, website is callieand.co. There we go. So if you have been following what we've been doing for a while, you would have known that we had two kind of like kiln reveals of items that we made in the stream. So like we hand built them, And I showed some of the glazing or underglazing process for them. And then there's a video where I showed you guys the results. Like, this is how our stuff turned out. Which was like, I'm sorry, it was a while ago. It's been like, I feel like that was a couple months ago, probably. But just like going into the holidays and all of that was just so busy. I just did not get around to like putting them on the website until this past weekend. So if you want to go check out literally like the latest works that we have completed on the live streams, or like I still have other work too on there. I did a couple kind of like not kiln openings, but like I made some ceramic work that over the past summer. That was before I did the live streaming, and those are still in the shop too. So there's all kinds of like ceramic stuff in the shop right now. A lot of pinch pots, jewelry dishes, kind of like somewhere between the size of a maybe like a jewelry dish or a like a small like snack plate. Lots of those. We made a bunch of those in the streams, and I don't think there are many pieces from before like this past year of me doing ceramics. I kind of like got back into doing ceramics since the college classes I took, and that was like just over a year ago. So there aren't too many pieces that are older than that from when I was in college, the college class. I don't know. I don't know if any of those pieces are on my website. They're so old. Like, they've been on there for so long. If I had any left over, I think I've mostly just put them into my, like, personal collection, kind of. I don't know. But there's a lot of ceramics that you can check out on the website right now. I do have an Etsy page, but obviously my shop is separate from Etsy, so like that I need more time to like update the Etsy as well. Unfortunately, having two shops where you sell your stuff, they don't update together as one. So, yeah. Let's just kind of like clean this up. Also, all of the live streams, as you may know, get uploaded to the YouTube at Callie & Co. And you guys can like, I don't know, if you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a link to the shop in the description. You can also find me on Instagram and see a better representation of the stuff that I make other than like what you're seeing right here, because this is just like, it looks sad. I know it looks sad, but it's gonna go somewhere. It's not gonna be like some crazy thing. I think I'm just gonna kind of like do like kind of like a pretty basic cups, but like with some maybe like cool glaze combinations on them. That kind of stuff. But yeah, be sure to like check out my Instagram. That's also at Callie & Co. And Instagram is like the best way to kind of like see updates. of the stuff that I'm doing. Shop updates, but you guys got an exclusive, got exclusive info here. But I think once the Etsy shop is updated, I'm gonna make it like an announcement on Instagram. Be like, check out the shop for the new stuff. We're not even done. Like, when I was glazing, like, I don't even know, like over a month ago, like I haven't even finished all of the stuff that we like built. Like it's bisqued and it's like sitting next to me. But a bunch of stuff I have kind of like put it on hold because I need to figure out my underglazing situation. I have a bunch of stuff sitting on hold for underglazing because I'm having a little bit of a problem with my clear glaze. I bought another glaze, so I could just use that, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was like the amount of layers I was putting on things, or what. I have to do a little bit of troubleshooting, I think, with maybe just a couple pieces before I move forward with the glaze I was using, and then maybe just kind of firing a couple of them. But because there's a number of pieces to the left of me here that are not ready to be glazed, like that put the rest of that batch that would go together into the kiln on hold because I don't have enough to do a full firing. So I have like a couple of things here. I have this drawn out in pencil. This is just kind of like a abstract design that I was thinking of doing in different underglaze colors and then doing a clear glaze on top of them. But that's the only one I have drawn out for the abstract thing, but I also have this like cake slice trinket dish. Also, the other ones I haven't even drawn out yet. But they're sitting here and they're waiting. They're waiting to be finished when I get back to doing that. Let's see. I think we might have to do some trimming on the inside of this this cup here. I don't know. I kind of like the size of it in terms of the outer edge. Normally, I mean, I think most times if you have a cup, you should be trimming from the outside in, but I kind of like this size, so we might just be trimming from the inside out, with a few exclusions of like fixing up any wobbly weird things that are happening. Yeah, we got some weird little things there. And then adding this ring around the inside allows us to definitely trim out from the outside in and trim this off and make it kind of like a lot more rounded instead of that just like right angle that we have at the moment. So, well, we are just about at time. Oh wait, we are at time. Okay. Yeah. So, well, here we have a little cup. I don't know. It's like, I think the size will be fine. It's definitely, I wouldn't want a cup that's too small. So like if we were doing like a shorter version, I wouldn't want something that's too small unless it was like specifically for like, I don't know. I feel like even whiskey cups are like pretty tall for like how much you even pour in them. I don't know. But I definitely don't like cups that are just too small and just like don't quite have like enough room for whatever drink you're putting in it. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be fine. But I do think we're going to trim from the inside. Probably tomorrow. We'll just have to kind of like take a look at this tomorrow and see how dry it is and see if it's ready to be trimmed. And yeah. And then I think we'll, I think we should probably make a couple. So maybe we'll do some more of this tomorrow, roll out another slab and try to get it to match this. I think like, I'm getting overwhelmed with like how many things we could do with like a cup set. Like, I think most people would like probably only buy 2 if they were gonna buy a set. So maybe like, I don't know. I think just generally for the shop, like I feel like we could use like a number of sets. Like, I don't know, like 4 sets. Just to like have in the shop. But I don't want to like bore you guys with just like only doing the same thing. I think to a certain extent it would be kind of interesting to like do the like for the fact of like we're trying to replicate this tomorrow. I think that will have a little bit of like a challenge. So I don't know, I think we'll make one tomorrow that is identical to this and just kind of like see how that goes. But I don't like to do like the same thing over and over and over because I don't want to bore you guys for the streams and whatever. But I do have some other ideas floating around. I think I'll need to draw them out before we just kind of like jump right in, because I don't know, sometimes I just kind of like I get stuck with like deciding certain things. So I do have some cool little ideas in mind that we could also jump to. I guess probably maybe like later this week. Yeah, and then maybe on my own time I'll just like continue maybe like replicating the size of this. So I don't like doing the same thing over and over because I want to keep it interesting for the YouTube and whoever happens to like jump in on the Twitch channel. So yeah, well, if you want to make sure you know when I am streaming, be sure to follow the channel along. But yeah, we stream weekdays from 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time. This is just like my lunch break, and then sometimes I will stream at other times, like on the weekend or maybe after work, but I don't really do that very often. And then all of the videos, again, will be uploaded to YouTube at Callie & Co., where you can watch a ton of other videos. I don't know what number this is, but we're in the upper 70s, if not already in like the 80th video. So be sure to check out the YouTube for a variety of more ceramic hours. We're just doing all kinds of stuff. I don't always know what I'm doing, but I'll tell you. And sometimes it's just experimenting, trying new things on the stream that I haven't done, just to do something different for the stream. So yeah. So, well, thank you so much for joining in and watching. I hope the new light setup is better. But I don't know. We'll kind of see, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.